Tzu Chi volunteers in China help with local economy while distributing relief goods. TIMA members' efforts in visiting seniors have inspired many young volunteers. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Jenny Lee. Thank you for joining us. Heavy rains caused a flooding disaster in Yangtze River Basin in Hubei province. Tzu Chi volunteers went to Huangmei County to conduct a disaster survey as to what used to be farmlands became a vast ocean. Volunteers cooperated with local businesses to purchase disaster relief materials, hoping to help the local economy and the affected people.
Konglong has seen 8,000 hectares of farmland be completely flooded.
We can't drain it. What can we do if we can't drain the water? We can only bear it. If it rains again, there's no way. It will only go up and cause flooding.
Flood control measures have been tightened and the soldiers piled up sandbags at the estuary overnight, guarding the last line of defense.
One line of defense has long been broken. The second line of defense has been breached. This is our last line of defense. It has come right to here.
Tzu Chi volunteers went to Huangmei County for disaster investigation, went to local businesses to discuss potential cooperation in the purchase of disaster relief materials.
In order to promote the local economic life, in principle, we are purchasing locally.
Relief materials were sent to 5 townships in one day. All the work was completed in one day.
Your help is aiding Dahe's 80,000 children. It's really a much-needed gift, and it represents the best love in the world.
The humanitarian spirit of the Tzu Chi Charity Foundation enhances our confidence to overcome disasters and make a positive contribution to the town's flooding relief.
Doing good charitable work is not just for the rich. It is for all caring people. As long as everyone exerts the powers of love, our society will become a beautiful world.
There's nothing better in the world than helping out others during times of difficulty. This timely assistance is expected to be very effective during this time of crisis.
In Mozambique, the Ministry of Social Welfare cares for disadvantaged residents. Due to the epidemic, many organizations are facing food shortage problems. Tzu Chi has donated 3 tons of Jobs Tears powder from Taiwan. In the past month, the ministry has been distributing the powder, benefiting many people. In some orphanages, the problem of child malnourishment has greatly improved.
The innocent baby widens her big eyes. The healthy baby has been consuming Jobs Tears instant drink. Jobs Tear instant drink powder is very important to our children. We have many emaciated children whose health have improved after eating this. The children said that it tastes like chocolate milk. Tzu Chi has donated 3 tons of Jobs Tear instant drink powder to the Ministry of Social Welfare in Mozambique. The children at the orphanage are one of the beneficiaries. He has received it more than a month ago. Back then, Alice was a malnourished child. After eating Jobs Tear's instant drink, the doctor said that he has gained weight. In addition, when you look at her eyes, you can see her anemia has improved.
We take care of seniors, physically challenged people, orphans, and patients with chronic diseases. During this difficult time, it is important to continue cooperating with organizations like Tzu Chi. Thank you very much.
Tzu Chi has long-term cooperation with local NGOs in Sierra Leone. In this epidemic, Tzu Chi also donated medical supplies to the hospitals with assistance of these NGOs. In areas where resources are scarce, these supplies are much needed.
With the assistance of NGOs in Sierra Leone, Tzu Chi donated medical masks, gloves, shoe covers, goggles, and protective clothing to the local hospital to provide the strongest support for the medical personnel.
There are 4 of us in the partnership: Caritas, Lanyi Foundation, which are the local partners, and then we have the international partners, Tzu Chi Foundation from Taiwan and Healy Foundation from the US. We want to thank Kindoya Hospital for the work you're doing here in this community, in the provinces.
Thanks to the Almighty God for your initiative, for thinking about the Kindoya Hospital. And we also want to give a special thanks to you and all the donors. On behalf of the Kindoya Hospital, we want to say thank you, extend our sincere thanks to them.
As the epidemic goes on, volunteers continue to spread love.
When people eat meat dishes such as steak and fried chicken, they may not consider the impact of livestock farming on the environment. According to a study, going vegetarian can cut carbon footprint in half. Many experts also promote plant-based diet as the best way to combat climate change. In our next report, we'll see how people are helping the environment with their culinary skills.
We're not standing in a line to buy face masks now, but something altogether different. Instead, we have come to this market where a lot of people are coming to buy vegetarian meatballs. Some even came before the vegetarian stalls started doing business.
This is a small vegetarian night market that operates throughout Taiwan. It is so popular that when they display the new location temporarily on the website, a huge crowd of people make it a point to attend the event.
They posted about a week in advance. They post about next week's schedule. I think it's hard to get vegetarian food. I have been vegetarian since I was a child. Last time I went to Sansha to support them. I'm not vegetarian, but I wanted to come and try it. I feel that it is very fresh and I feel very special when eating it.
This vegetarian meatball is 100% made from vegetables and has a firm skin and is drizzled with sauce. It's a new eco-friendly snack in Taiwan. Wu Jiayuan, who works as a preschool teacher in Taichung, took advantage of her vacation to vigorously promote this veggie snack this year.
It doesn't hurt animals. It's a dish that contains 0 animals. I have been a vegetarian for 15 years. In addition to love the earth, we went to practice our desire to truly love the earth. We don't hurt any life because every life has its own value. We can love dogs, the same for a cat. We can also try to love chickens and ducks.
Vegetarian food is also the most convenient and effective way to respond to the coming environmental crisis. A survey compared vegetarians to ordinary meat eaters, finding carbon dioxide produced by vegetarians is 50% that of meat eaters. A farm with 2,500 cows produces the same amount of excrement as 411,000 people. Research data shows that as long as we eat less meat and more plant-based foods, we can help the earth breathe more easily. Hsinchu, office workers order special veggie lunchboxes. Wu Mingxi, who has been a vegetarian for more than 10 years, can turn any dish into something very colorful and delicious, often reusing leftovers.
Farmers put their heart into their agricultural products. Some are even making organic food and everything can be eaten. We try to use all of the food in the cooking process, even the water that we use to soak the vegetables and fruits. For example, the water of the mushrooms and the water of the kelp can be used to cook the soup. Stems or things that have been bitten by insects can also be put into to make soup.
或者你觉得已经有点被虫咬了，但事实上它没有怎样，就是你可以把它丢进去煮汤。
Promoting the idea of environmental consciousness, Wu Mingxi hopes that the response of office workers can influence the company one by one.
If you eat vegetables, you won't eat as much meat, so you don't need so much land to raise the animals. The excrement for the animals will also cause some pollution to the environment, and carbon emission may increase. People who are vegetarians may also suffer from the three highs, such as high cholesterol and hypertension, even diabetes. In fact, they're eating uneven diet because of their protein intake. This is what edamame and dry beans are for, and colorful vegetables and fruit are what everyone needs, as being vegetarian can be very healthy.
Paying attention to what you eat and how much you eat can not only reduce waste, but also let one become more healthy, as vegetarian food can make the world a better place.
In Pingdong, owners of a beef noodle restaurant have changed to sell vegetarian food. One of the owners has breast cancer. She regularly donates part of the income to a charity every year. Although she lost a lot of the old customers, she said it's worthwhile protecting the health of herself and her customers.
This restaurant in Pingdong hosts charity events every year to help people in need. They'll donate 10% of their monthly income to us.
This charity month they initiated themselves. We didn't realize until later that we turned out to be the recipient.
The two owners of the restaurant changed the beef noodle restaurant that has been open for 12 years into a vegetarian restaurant. Because of breast cancer, I switched to vegetarian food. The vegetarian food outside has many additives, so I decided to change.
We make it with healthy ingredients, all of which are natural.
Two owners switched the menu from meat to vegetarian, despite objection by many old customers. I don't have the urge to earn more. I make it for guests. I feel more at ease.
I want more people to eat a healthy diet.
Even if the profit becomes less, they can protect themselves and their customers' health, and they enjoy it.
Medical resources are lacking in Sanzhi and Shimen. To care for local seniors, TIMA members make house calls in the areas regularly. They have inspired many young people to join them. At these home visits, every senior's story is a valuable learning experience for these volunteers.
我们都觉得台北、新北都应该是富裕的地方哦，就算没有很有钱哦，至少也还有住，还有一些经济能力哈。可是我还发现哦，这边不是想象中的那样。
The simplicity of the place is different from stereotypes of New Taipei City.
大家嘛有一寡迄个罐头什么啥，我甲你放到面层卡遐，面层边遐。上一次来的时候，我们就稍微知道他的那个家庭的。
When we came last time, we learned that his home sanitation and living conditions are not very good. So this time we brought some supplies he might need.
我们就想说带一些可能他需要的东西呀。
There are a lot of solitary seniors in Sanzhi and Shimen. As the seniors get old, they suffer from mobility issues. TIMA members visit regularly to safeguard their health.
你会记我？我正常来，我给你讲句呢，讲头壳你会记？袂记啊。
The residents remember to the volunteers' warm smiles. As TIMA members conduct home visits, Wu Yunchen, who is participating for the first time, has different thoughts about life.
This grandma is quite optimistic. Although they suffer from illnesses, they are still very optimistic in facing their lives. This is different from what I expected. I think this is better. After all, we came here hoping to bring them some positivity so they won't worry too much.
We should dedicate ourselves to care for seniors, invite more young people to care for seniors. This way, they will not feel that the society abandoned them. They will feel that they are still useful.
As young people come visit, there's laughter in the quiet village. The youngsters also found their life value.
According to statistics from National Health Research Institute, there are more than 2.3 million people with diabetes in Taiwan. The staggering number is a warning sign. Some people think drinking certain types of tea can help control blood sugar. Is this really effective? Let's hear what the doctor says.
Drinking tea has many health benefits, and there are many rumors about drinking various teas and their health benefits circulating on the internet. Can tea effectively lower blood sugar levels? Is this statement correct?
These teas, as mentioned on the internet, do have the effect of lowering blood sugar in clinical trials. According to different stages, we use different teas to help them lower blood sugar. We don't say that only one tea is useful for all circumstances.
Traditional Chinese medicine divides diabetes into 3 stages, and each stage has a different treatment priority. Most of the tea drinks circulating on the internet belong to the heat-clearing function, which is suitable for patients in the 1st and 2nd stages, but if they are used in the 3rd stage, it may cause adverse effects. After the doctor has evaluated the body and symptoms, he can choose a suitable tea for daily use. However, it is almost impossible to achieve the effect of lowering blood sugar in a short period of time by relying on only a single tea or traditional Chinese medicine.
No medicine or food is so magical that it can immediately drop blood sugar immediately, whether it's food or medicine.
Drinking more tea does have the effect of assisting blood sugar stabilization or reduction, but it can only be used as part of a daily routine. To achieve the effect of curing the disease, it is still necessary for the doctor to diagnose a patient, determine the type of constitution of the body and disease before the right medicine can be prescribed.
In Taiwan, if one has aching bones, many elderly will warn not to eat bananas. But how will eating a banana affect your health if you have achy bones? One orthopedic doctor says bananas are high in potassium and might decrease the calcium absorption the body needs to remain healthy. But on average, people don't consume enough bananas for it to take an effect.
Miss Xing has a fracture on her left arm. She's receiving interferential current therapy to relax her muscles. She says she's old and her bones are not in a good condition, so she seldom eats bananas.
It has potassium, and those of us with muscle and bone problems shouldn't eat it. When I eat bananas, my arm feels sore and itchy.
However, the patient who is doing the same treatment next to her doesn't think it matters.
I still eat bananas. I don't think it does anything.
Banana is a fruit high in fiber and nutritional value, but how does it relate to muscle soreness?
Banana has phosphorus and it's high in potassium. In our body, if we have a high amount of phosphorus ions outside our body, it might affect the metabolism of calcium absorption. However, 1 or 2 bananas won't be a problem.
Many athletes will eat a banana to replenish and support their body. So no matter if you suffered a bone fracture or muscle soreness, everyone can consume a banana with ease.
A mother's love for her child is endless. In Taichung, there's an elderly woman who accompanies her son to sell vegetables on the roadside every day. The son suffered a brain injury in a car accident. Since the accident, he's forgetful and can only see with one eye. Although the woman has other children and is not destitute, she still insists on accompanying her son at the vegetable stall.
In downtown Taichung, under the overhangs of storefronts, an elderly grandma endures the heat to sell vegetables. She does this for her youngest son.
If you buy something from him and ask him about it later, he will have forgotten it.
47-year-old Lin Chongyong has suffered brain injury in a car accident. His mother worries about him selling vegetables by himself and therefore accompanies him.
One of his eyes cannot see, and he forgets things easily, so he cannot work for people. Otherwise, I don't want to sell vegetables like this.
By 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the mother-son pair finishes selling vegetables and prepares to go home. The cart is full of supplies and the space in the front is reserved for Liao Xiuying.
I cannot earn money to support my mother. I can only help her in small ways and live like this.
With vision of his right eye, he pushes the cart and accompanies his mother to go home. The old mother's hands are wrinkled and dark. She has 4 other children and can get by financially. However, she wants to accompany her youngest son for as long as she can.
In our next report, we will meet a man who has cultivated his vegetable garden without using pesticide. Lim Boon Liang, who lives in Malacca, Malaysia, has been using dead leaves and withered flowers to make compost and planting different kinds of vegetables. Let's take a look.
flipping through the leaves, one sees bugs. It is because Lin Bun Liang does not use pesticide when he grows vegetables.
Using pesticide is unhealthy. If we spend some time, we can eat vegetables that are more natural and good for our health.
Lim was a parent of a DaAi kindergartner. 10 years ago, when he learned about Tzu Chi's environmental concepts, he started to recycle. During the pandemic, he has cultivated his small vegetable garden.
As I grow vegetables, I also protect the environment. For instance, the withered flowers and dead leaves can be collected and made into compost.
After we pick the vegetables and wash them, we can directly cook them. It is not like the vegetables we bought, which need to suck in water. In addition, the vegetables we grow are more delicious.
The herbal teas and vegetables on the dinner table are on Lim's menu. Lim and his wife often invite friends to have meals together.
We get to eat healthy vegetables. When we are free, we come once or twice a month. The food she cooks is good for health, with fresh vegetables.
Everyone can contribute to environmental protection. Environmental awareness can be practiced in our daily life.
The couple eat the vegetables they grow, taking care of the environment and their health.
In Suzhou, China, Xinxiangyuan Community Recycling Point has been in operation for more than a year. The volunteers promote environmental protection from a fixed location to the stores. The store owners and residents now keep their recycled resources for Tzu Chi volunteers every Friday.
In Suzhou, Xinxiangyuan Community Recycling Point has been launched on April 16, 2019 to benefit the environment, starting from the fixed point foam and extending to the streets.
You must come to participate. You see, we're such a happy volunteer. As more and more people join, our team grows bigger. We go everywhere to collect recyclables. If they're missing places, we'll set up a recycling point. Welcome to join us soon.
The volunteers say good words whenever they go, and the community residents are happy to participate.
This group is really great and loving. I like it very much. I'm happy that I came to participate today. It's meaningful to me. It's better than how much money I earn.
We must recruit them with love, promote the idea of doing good deeds.
I participated last year. Because of the epidemic, I haven't seen you here. As soon as I heard the horn, I came with the recyclables as soon as possible.
As the volunteers promote recycling, they have also planted seeds of blessing in the residents' minds.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Chile have donated 15 computers to an organization that helps underprivileged students to do online learning. We'll leave you with the footage. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.